Yehovah Eloheinu Tzvaot, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please lead me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Deuteronomy chapter 20. When you go out to fight your enemies and see horses, chariots, and a force larger than yours, you are not to be afraid of them, because Yehovah your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, is with you. When you are about to go into battle, the Kohen is to come forward and address the people. He should tell them, "Listen, Israel, you are about to do battle against your enemies. Don't be faint-hearted or afraid. Don't be alarmed or frightened by them, because Yehovah your God is going with you to fight on your behalf against your enemies and give you victory." Then the officials will speak to the soldiers. They are to say, "If there is a man here who has built a new house but hasn't dedicated it yet, he should go back home now. Otherwise, he may die fighting, and another man will dedicate it. If there is a man who here has planted a vineyard but hasn't yet made a use of its fruit, he should go back home. Otherwise, he may die fighting, and another man will use it. Is there a man here who is engaged to a woman but hasn't married her yet? He should go back home. Otherwise, he may die fighting, and another man will marry her." The officials will then add that what they have said to the soldiers, "Is there a man here who is afraid or faint-hearted? He should go back home. Otherwise, his fear may demoralize his comrades as well." When the officials have finished speaking with the soldiers, commanders are to be appointed to lead the army. When you advance on a town to attack it, first offer its terms for peace. If it accepts the terms for peace and opens its gates to you, then all the peoples there are to be put to forced labor and work for you. However, if they refuse to make peace with you but prefer to make war against you, you are to put it under siege. When Yehovah your God hands it over to you, you are to put every male to the sword. However, you are to take as booty for yourselves the women, the little ones, the livestock, and everything in the city, all its spoil. Yes, you are to feed on your enemy's spoil, which Yehovah your God has given you. This is what you are to do to all the towns which are at a great distance from you, which are not in the towns of these nations. As for the towns of these people, which Yehovah your God is giving you as your inheritance, you are not to allow anything that breathes to live. Rather, you must destroy them completely. The Hittite, the Emori, the Canaanite, the Perizi, the Hivi, the Uvisi, as Yehovah your God has ordered you, so that they won't teach you to follow their abominable practices, which they do for their gods, thus causing you to sin against Yehovah your God. When, in making war against a town in order to capture it, you lay siege to it for a long time, you are not to destroy its trees, cutting them down with an axe. You are to eat their fruit, so don't cut them down. After all, are the trees in the field human beings, so that you have to besiege them too? However, if you know that certain trees provide no food, you may destroy them and cut them down in order to build siege works against the town making war with you until it falls. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this interesting 20th chapter of Deuteronomy? We can trust that Yehovah is with you when you fight your enemies. Don't be faint-hearted or afraid. Don't be alarmed or frightened, for Yehovah our Elohim is going with us to fight on our behalf against our enemies and gives us victory. If engaged to a woman, go home and marry. Fight if you have full trust in Yehovah. First, offer peace and terms. When fighting, if no peace, then fight, knowing Yehovah is with you. Do as Yehovah orders you to do. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can proclaim that Yehovah fights Yehovah fights with us in our battles. Bear one another's burdens. We can marry who you are engaged to. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end on this Yom Kippur, first day, with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being towards you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shabbat Shalom.